Hello everyone, yes hello and welcome back to a brand new piercing FAQ video. So I asked for all of your questions over on Instagram. I use a little Q&A feature, so make sure you come and follow me on Instagram so for my next piercing FAQ you can get your questions in. So I asked for your questions and I'm going to answer your questions of piercing stuff. I swear to God, my intros get worse and worse as time goes on. What piercing do you think is the stupidest one to get? Gum piercings, eyelid piercings, Achilles heel piercings, subclavicle piercings, and literally there are so many things that you can get that is dumb. You know, I'm not really one to judge and I'm not really one to be like, you know, you should do this because obviously, hello, people tell me not to do stuff all the time, but when it comes to damaging your body in that aspect, like I could go blind or something, or you know, my teeth are going to fall out because I've got my gum pierced, like, use your brain a little, come on. After an industrial is fully healed, is it okay to take it out when you sleep or is it best to leave it in all of the time? Taking piercings in and out once they've healed is really not a big deal. As long as you don't like, you know, hurt yourself when you're doing it, like, and you just, you know, do it safely. You will have to test yourself for a little bit because my ears can stay open for ages and ages and ages and they don't seem to close, but other people's will close relatively quickly. You might not be able to last the whole night without your closing, so like your hole sort of seizing up a little bit. So you just have to kind of test it, leave it out for a few hours and see what it's like and then put it, trying to put it back in. But no, there is no sort of like negative side effect from doing that. If you find it easier to sleep without, then you can do that. What's the best piercing to get when starting? I want to get spider bites, but is that too much? So I think lip piercings are really good to start with just because they do heal really, really, really quickly. However, I wouldn't get both done at the same time. I feel like when you get like a piercing for the first time, you should really sort of just get at least one. I was bad and I got an industrial piercing. It's like one of my first ones, and you know, industrial piercings are horrendous to heal. They're horrendous to deal with when you've not had piercings before. I would always say though, if you are new to piercings, only get one. I just feel like, you know, get used to having them, get used to sort of taking care of them and understanding the healing process and everything before you start getting two, but it's up to you. What's your least favorite piercing you have? I don't think I've got a least favorite one. I mean, my upper lobe piercings, they're nothing exciting. I know my lobe piercing here as well is nothing great, but I don't have any that I don't like. Like I would never get something that I don't like or, you know, what's my least favorite. But I guess my upper lobes and my lobe piercings kind of like the more boring one, I would say. Could it be dangerous to pop in a hoop immediately if you've made a nostril one? So I'm gonna have to kind of assume what you mean by this. So I'm guessing that you've done a piercing yourself when you're putting a hoop into it, or you've just had a piercing and you want to change it into a hoop straight away. No, do not do that. Like, I've said this a lot of my videos before, but don't get piercings with hoops. It's just not a good idea. Like, again, I don't want to waffle on about the same stuff, but getting piercing with hoops, you're more prone to infection, it's more prone to move around in your sleep or move around in the day. It heals a lot longer. Like, the process of healing is so much longer. It's just not a good idea. If you've just done, and obviously, if you've just done this as well, yourself, is it kind of made out at home, then that's a whole other story, but like, do not do it. Like, just get studs, wait for them to heal, and then put a hoop in. Will you change all of your piercings to another color theme? Yes, I really want to do that, but the only thing is, I have so many that it actually costs a lot of money to do so. When I put all the purple ones in, it cost me almost £100, so, you know, a lot of money. I don't, you know, people like to think I make a lot of money off YouTube. No, trot along bitch. If it wasn't for Patreon, I couldn't do this as a job. So, you know, Patreon's been very good help with that kind of stuff. So I want to, but it's just the funds to do so. Will you ever get an eyelid piercing? Trot along, bitch! Is it safe not to clean any new piercings because I haven't cleaned 6 at all? So, I don't know if you watched my videos, but I definitely advocate for clean piercings. Cleaning piercings when you just got them done, morning and night, is so essential to stop infections, to stop your body like rejecting them, to stop your body like... You have a fresh wound and you can get blood poisoning, you can get infections, you can get piercing bumps, you know, keloids, hyperdropic scars, sorry. And like, it's just not good. Like, you have to keep them clean. I'll be a hypocrite if I said I've been, you know, textbook amazing every single time. There has been one or two, like my industrial piercing when I first got it done. I barely cleaned it because I was an idiot and I was like, it'll be fine. No, it wasn't fine. It rejected and had to take it out. I would obviously say clean it twice a day until it's healed, but, you know, I know some people aren't gonna do that. I hate it when I see people that have lots of piercings and they just don't take care of them and there's like crusty stuff all over them, there's scabs, there's piercing bumps, they just look gross. Like, you just don't have more respect for your body. Like, no one's gonna look at you with the crusty ass piercings and go, oh, she looks edgy, oh, he looks edgy, oh, they look edgy, oh, Jem looks edgy. Got to include them all. But no, like, no one's gonna look at you and think it's cool. Like, you just look gross. And that's the tea. Any plans for more punches? So, people who don't know what that is, if you happen to see me, I have a dermal punch here in my left ear. I don't know if you guys, the camera's far away. It's a big hole in my ear. So basically I've got like a punch through my ear, which is 6mm. It got done with the dermal punch. I do actually think I kind of want another one. I was thinking about maybe getting another one where this hoop is here. I was thinking about maybe getting a dermal punch there, because I think that's really cool. Maybe another 6mm one. I've always wondered if a baby could get breastfed after having nipple piercings. So I actually do have a friend who's had this happen. So where the bar has gone through her nipple, the milk was coming out sort of like in the holes. So she has to let like the piercing heal up, and then after it heals, it would come out the normal way. I don't have breasts and I do not breastfeed, so I don't completely know the answer to this one. But I think it does happen, and I think you obviously, if you've got a nipple piercing, do not breastfeed your child with the nipple piercing in, because that's horrendous for the baby's gums. Not that I feel like I should have to say that to people, but you know, there'll be one or two people out there who still do it, and I'm like, take out your nipple piercings if you have a baby and you're trying to breastfeed. Is it safe to have a septum piercing if you have really bad sinuses that cause your nose to run a lot? Now, Rosie, I'm so glad you asked this question, because in my septum piercing video, I completely forgot to even mention this. I don't know how I managed to skip over it. So, septum piercings are absolutely annoying as hell. When you have a cold, when you have a runny nose, if you have allergies, like literally, like where the hole is here in the middle, like the separation between like my septum and like the bottom of the jewelry here, bits of snot that run down your nose get caught in that, and it feels horrible. Also, like, it always feels like your nose is running, but it's because there's little tiny residue bits onto the septum piercing. You're constantly having to rub it off, and it is so frustrating. So just be aware, if you do have a runny nose a lot, or you have bad sinuses, or you've got allergies, it can be a pain. It's not something that's gonna be easy for you. Is it normal for a piercing to get a bit aggressive a few months on and just settle down? Yes, this is perfectly normal. So piercings can, you know, take up to a year to heal. My anti-tragus here is literally not even 100% healed. I've had it for almost 10 years. Like, it's so frustrating. And it's just because when you sleep or something, you could snag it and little micro tears could happen in your cartilage, and a bit of dirt gets in and then it inflames the piercing. Also, your positioning of the piercing, sometimes it puts too much pressure on the certain parts of your body, or you've got like a big hoop in that shouldn't be there and it puts in like more pressure. Piercings can flare up all the time. This is why you should always keep them clean, even if they are healed. At least clean them a lot in the shower. If it keeps happening, go back to your piercer and just say, can they have a look at it? You might have an allergy to the material that the bar is made out of. Did it hurt when you ate the whole palette? Well, Luxaria, I asked some piercing questions, but manchy on the palette. All of you are probably thinking, what the hell is that all about? Manchy on the palette. Inside jokes, hilarious. Oh my gosh, so thank you so much, guys, for all of your questions. Thank you. Make sure you do come and follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter, so next time I do ask for piercing FAQ questions, you can get yours in. I'm sorry if I didn't get yours today, but I do. I receive like hundreds every time I ask, which is crazy now. I can't, it's mental, but I love it. So yes, thank you so much for all your support. Make sure you hit the like button, because this really helped me out. Share with all your friends, all the good kind of stuff. Again, social media links are down below. I'll see you all very soon. It'll be 5 Spaces We Gay, be everything you're gonna be. It's only the bitch they take on with you, because you are flawless. Yes!